Welcome back to FM Storey. We're midway through season 7 of our save, where we try to end the dominance of Celtic and Rangers in Scottish football, and things are going okay so far this season. We made it to the League Cup final, but unfortunately for the second year in a row we lost 2-1 to Rangers. We are currently sat third in the table, and with a couple of games in hand on all the teams around us. We are into the 5th round of the Scottish Cup, where we've been drawn against Hearts, and we managed to top the league after the league phase of the Europa League, so we're through to the round of 16. So without further ado, let's get into the action. So we made it into March and we've got the Europa League round of 16, first leg away at Braga. Since the last episode, we've had a pretty decent run of form. We started with a 3-1 win at home to Kilmarnock, then a 3-2 win away at Queen's Park, where we weren't great. We were 2-0 down after 12 minutes and really had to turn on the style in the second half. We then hammered Hearts 6-2 in the Scottish Cup. We lost 2-1 to Celtic with practically the last kick of the game. We then hammered Hearts again 5-2. We hammered Ross County 4-0. We completely threw away a game against Rangers to make matters worse. Shota Khan, who they signed from us in the summer, got the 2 goals to level the game up. And then in the most recent game, we've had a pretty comfortable victory over St Johnstone 3-1. As far as the league is concerned, it means we're sat in 3rd place on 59 points. We've got a game in hand on Celtic and Rangers, which the game in hand will get us to within 3 points of Rangers in second. But as far as the title's concerned, I think Celtic are well clear now. They're 9 points clear of Rangers with just 9 games left to play. We do still have the leading goal scorer, leading assists, leading average ratings, and player of the matches. We just have had a bit of a dip in form, and we've lost too many of those games. We've lost 7 games and only drawn 2. If we'd drawn some more of those, we'd certainly be right back up there with Rangers. Having beaten Hearts, we did get through to the quarter-final of the Scottish Cup, where we're playing Livingston. So a decent chance to get into the final, into the semi-final at least there. But now all focus switches back to the Europa League and Braga. So this is the side we picked for the first leg, the away leg against Braga. We are slowly getting everyone back to full fitness. The only player that's really missing, the only player that's missing injured is Stevie Spears, but he wouldn't have been involved other than off the bench. The only player that would be starting that's missing is Jacques Hideroa. He's suspended, so Jimmy Edstrom's come in on the left side of that central defence. So hopefully we can pick up a decent result here to take back into the home leg. Right, throw in for them deep in their own half. And Babadi's nicked the ball, or Bacola nicked the ball back. Babadi, Retchik, Barcola. And that's exactly the start we wanted. Moving him through the middle has been a big area of success this season. That's his 33rd goal of the season. Babadi and Romeo won the ball back. Retchik just slides the ball in. Barcola just takes a touch, smashes it through the defender's legs. Keeper doesn't react, and that's us 1-0 up in the away leg. Right, a free kick for them. They've gone long. Elise wins the header, and Kerr goes backwards, but then starts to drive forward. Romeo, Retchik, Babadi. Retchik onto Kerr with space to move into the box. Squares it. It comes back to Retchik, and that's 2-0, 2 goals in 3 minutes, and we are starting to roll now. Just fluid counter-attack. Retchik onto Kerr. Kerr drives past his full-back, whips across in. Barcola and the defender miss it, and Retchik just taps it home into an empty net. Right, Kerr with the corner. It's headed up in the air. Rechik goes back to pick up the ball. Into Babadi. Barcola gets his second of the game. That's 3-0 up, and it's 3 goals in 6 minutes. They thought they'd clear the lines, but Rechik down the line. Babadi squares it straight away. And Barcola scores at the near post. And Gazer with the throw. Elise. Back to Gazer. Into Romeo. Back to Gazer again. Goes around the outside. Then pulls it back. Matson now. Edstrom. Gazer driving towards the edge of the box. Let's fly from distance. It goes up in the air off the crossbar. And luckily for them, it falls into the keeper's hands. Babadi's scythed down by Thiago Almalda there. And it's a straight red card. And they've made 3 substitutions in the first half. Rechik with the resulting free kick into Babadi. And he had to at least hit the target there. And there we are, a pretty comfortable first half so far. 3-0 up, 3 goals in 6 minutes there. It was really deflated them. Obviously the red card as well. Just need to take advantage of this in the second half. And make sure we go into the home leg with as comfortable a scoreline as we can get. Right, Edstrom picks the ball up on the halfway line, comes forward, down the line to Babadi. Romeo, back to Edstrom. Garcia, going round the outside, gets to the byline, pulls it all the way back to Elise, into Kerr in the box, and that's 4-0. And we're just building a really solid lead going into the home leg. We had plenty of players back, but just didn't react to that pass. And then Kerr smashes it home past the keeper. Right, Ibrahimovic looking for Rodriguez. They've cleared only as far as Matson. Rodriguez pulls it back. Ibrahimovic gets on the score sheet, and that's 5-0. And there's still 20 odd minutes left to go. Matson came forward into Rodriguez, who then just drove to the byline, pulls it back. Ibrahimovic through the defender's legs, gave the keeper no chance, and that's 5-0. Right, Gazer with the throw. They're bringing it clear now. Oh, but Edstrom's cut it out. Ian Matson just driving forward on the left hand side onto Ibrahimovic, squares it, and Shimahira forced the keeper to turn him out for a corner. Rechik to take it. Looks at the near post. It's headed clear as far as Shimahira. He's driven past the defender into the box. Tries to pull it back. Just won another corner. Rechik to take again. In swinger. And they've headed clear, but only as far as Shimahira again. Back to Rechik. Into Shimahira in the box. And that's just straight into the keeper's hands. Right, we're seeing them really attacking for the first time in the second half. Starting to move it down the right hand side, but then going back to the centre half and back to the keeper. And the centre half almost got caught out by Bermudez there. Right, Edstrom wins a header. Ibrahimovic down the left hand side goes past his man, cuts inside. Oh, and forces a great save from the keeper. That would have been a lovely goal. Driving on the left, cutting in on his right, and the keeper turns it behind for a corner. Matson to take the corner, goes short to Bermudez. He swings across over to the back post, and the keeper comes and claims it. Right, free kick on the edge of the box for us. Rechik's going to step up to take it. Oh, and he's hit the woodwork, hit the top of the bar, and it goes behind for a goal kick. And there we have it. In the end, a very comfortable victory away from home. Touch wood. That should be enough to stop us from throwing this one away, and hopefully we should be into the quarterfinals. But we'll find out up next in the home leg. It's time now to go into the second leg against Braga. Obviously, we've got that comfortable 5-0 victory from the away leg. We have played one game since the first leg. It was the quarterfinal of the Scottish Cup, and we did hammer Livingston 6-0. We were 4-0 up at half time, which gave us a chance to rest some players, and comfortably into the semi-final where we've been drawn against Kilmarnock. So hopefully we've got a chance of making the final. The other semi-final is Rangers against Dunfermline. So we've made a couple of changes to the team that played the first leg. Firstly, Edstrom picked up a yellow card, so he's suspended. So Hidoroa comes back in centre of defence. And Elise has been struggling fitness-wise, so we've decided not to risk him. We're going to play Leon King on the right side of the centre of defence, and hope that the 5-goal advantage is enough that it's not going to cause us a problem. The absolute worst thing that could happen in this game is for them to get an early goal, because then the pressure would start to build up, but a 5-goal advantage should be more than enough to see us through. All right, King with a free kick out to Garcia. Romeo, Garcia again. Kerr back to King. We're attacking a lot down the right-hand side early on by the looks of it. Romeo into Kerr in the box, and he fires it across the keeper. The keeper must have got a touch on it. It's gone behind for a corner. Kerr comes across from the right-hand side to take it. Swings it into the near post. It's headed up in the air. Rechik to Babadi. Goes for a curler towards the far post, and it's just too high and too wide. Right, Barcola onto Babadi. He's got space to move into down this left side. Can he get the ball back in the box to Barcola? It's cut out. Maatsen to Romeo. He loses out, and now they're attacking. Hidoroa gets across to win the ball, but they've still got it. Plays the ball in behind, and luckily Zebra gets there in front of the striker. But Hidoroa, we've got the game moving quickly again. Maatsen to Babadi, infield, driving through the middle of the pitch to Rechik. Garcia down the line to Kerr. Swings a great ball in. They might have got a nick off the defender, but no one in the centre of defence reacted. And Barcola clear through in the middle of the box. Simple job to finish it. And that's us 1-0 up on the night and 6-0 up on aggregate. Kerr just takes a touch and then just whips it to the penalty spot. Simple finish for Barcola. And we've got a free kick on the edge of the box here. Rechik, I would assume, is standing over it. Yep. He goes for goal, and the keeper turns it behind for a corner. Right, Maatsen to take the corner. In swinger, and they've headed clear at the near post. The corner, Maatsen to swing it in. Defender got above Hidoroa. Kerr to Babadi, who goes down. And it looks like it's a penalty. And it is. Babadi brushed himself off, stands up, steps up to take it. And I think the keeper probably should have done better than that, because it didn't look like it was in the corner. No, it wasn't. That was a very, very savable penalty, and the keeper seemed to dive more forward than he dives across. Right, a corner for them. And we've got a head on it. It comes back to their player. They've hit the bar. It's a good job we are so far ahead on aggregate, because that could have been, if that had gone in, it could have been a tense moment. Maatsen down the left-hand side. Infield to Romeo. Rechik driving forward. It pops off to Kerr. He finds Garcia, who slides it down the line to Kerr. In looking for Rechik. The defender picks it off. And then they've gone long, but Garcia with the header. Retchik turns into Barcola. Matson to Babadi. A simple finish. Keeper was well out of position there. And we're 3-0 up on the night. 8-0 up on aggregate. Just simple. Barcola to Matson. And the keeper was well out of where he needed to be. He was obviously expecting the ball to go into the middle of the box rather than to Babadi. It was well onside as well. Right, Matson to take a corner. Goes short to Kerr. Back to Matson. Pulls it back. Babadi's completed his hat-trick. And we're 4-0 up on the night. 9-0 up on aggregate. I just hope we're not using up all our goals in the competition, because I suspect, having seen the other teams that are in this round, we're going to get a much tougher draw in the quarter-final than we've had here. Right, King wins it back. Garcia. King again. Romeo. Retchik into Kerr, who's got past his man already. Back to Romeo. Matson. Babadi takes it off him. Goes from distance. And the keeper makes a decent save with that one. And there we have it. Half-time, 4-0 up. 9-0 up on aggregate. And the perfect opportunity to get some players off. Get some other players on the pitch just to get them some experience in this competition. And hopefully we can just carry on cruising through to the quarter-final. So we've made 4 changes. Geza to Hideroa, into Ibrahimovic, who's one of the players that's come on, looking for Spears, who's just been selected in his first Scotland squad. And they're attacking. Garcia gets back, wins the ball, and then they waste a great chance to get on the scoreboard. Right, Matson with the throw. King bringing it forward. And Garcia now down the line to Spears. Does a trick, goes past his man, pulls it back. Shimihira's shot's blocked. And they bring it clear. Right, ball up to the back post. They've hit the post. And Garcia hammers it clear. And they've gone back to the goalkeeper. Now they're in behind again. Try to chip the keeper, it's hit the woodwork. We've certainly had our fair share of luck with the woodwork in this second leg. They've now scored. And I think we've definitely taken our foot off the gas here. Some strange play at the back. They eventually get the ball back in. And it's a simple finish from close range. Ibrahimovic, Hideroa, back to Ibrahimovic. So we, straight from the kickoff, we're going forward. Bermudez, infield. Looked for Garcia, it's been cut out, and now they're attacking again. And they're in behind. And they've got another one. They've basically got 2 goals in a minute there. It's a good job we won the first leg 5-0. Right, out to Matson. Down the line to Bermudez, who loses out again. I don't know whether Bermudez has dropped off his form from where he was a couple of seasons ago, or whether we just have such better players in the squad now. But he's put on a bit of a stinker since he came on. And now they're attacking again. And Hideroa clears, but only as far as the man who crossed it. Another cross is about to come in, I think. Almost pull back to the edge of the area. And they've gone all the way back to the left back. It's just absolutely atrocious. What on earth are they doing? And that side of the pitch is our first choice defence in Hidroa and Matson, but one steps up, one doesn't go in, and there's no one in the centre of the box. Right, Hidroa wins the header. Shimahira out to Ibrahimovic, who's moved to that wide left role now. Rechik into Shimahira. This time he gets his feet sorted, smashes it past the keeper, and hopefully that'll stop the rot that we've experienced in the second half. Rechik just plays it into Shimahira. It takes a while to get his feet sorted, but eventually just smashes it past the keeper. It's 5-3 on the night, 10-3 on aggregate. And there we have it, full time, 5-3. We were a disgrace in the second half. We were all over the place. And it's a good job that we won the first leg so comfortably, because if we hadn't, we were in deep trouble in that. We're going to have to be so much better in the next round, because, like I said, I'm pretty certain we're going to get a horrific draw in the quarter-final, given the teams that are left in the competition. We've made it to the end of March and our season's in danger of unravelling, thanks to what I think is probably the most significant injury crisis of the save. We currently have 7 of the first team squad injured. It began with Alan Kerr breaking his ankle in the 3rd minute of a game against Aberdeen. Jorge Rodriguez pulled his knee ligaments. Ibrahimovic stubbed his toe, so those 2 aren't too bad. Callum McKenna sprained his ankle ligaments and is going to be out for another 10 days to 3 weeks, which on its own isn't the end of the world. However, combined with the fact that Zebra has dislocated his shoulder on international duty and isn't going to be back, I don't think, before the end of the season, or certainly within the next month or so. Ian Matson was injured, and Isaac Babadi in the last game has picked up an injury and is out for 3 to 4 weeks. So we are running on empty. It also meant the injuries to McKenna and Zebra had a big impact on the squad, because we've got two goalkeepers in the first team squad. Turns out we don't have any in the reserve, and so we had to select 15-year-old Scott Walker in goal for the last game, who is literally just come out of this season's youth intake, to go in goal for our last league game. So, given how long those other injuries are up for, and given we play Rangers in the next game, and then we've got the Europa League quarterfinals coming up, we've got the Scottish Cup semi-final coming up, we could be playing a 15-year-old goalkeeper in goal in some pretty big games for the club. Since the second leg against Braga, we went away to Aberdeen and beat them 3-1. That was the game that Alan Kerr picked up an injury. We did miss a penalty in that game as well. We then beat them 2-0 at home with 2 goals from Amane Romeo. And then after the international break in the most recent game, we drew 2-2 with Hibs. We were winning pretty comfortably. They got a couple of goals in the second half. And in the end, we got a screamer from Gizaturi from 35 yards. They headed a corner clear. Garcia helped it on, and Turi just swiveled and smashed it over the keeper's head to get us the equaliser in injury time. We've had our draw for the Europa League quarter-final. We're playing against Rapid Vienna. So hopefully, I mean, it's probably, let's have a look. It is almost as good a draw as we could have hoped for. I mean, we've avoided Newcastle, we've avoided Roma, we've avoided Leipzig. Sporting went out in the previous round, so we've avoided them, obviously. And we've got the Scottish Cup semi-final coming up against Kilmarnock. As far as the league's concerned, we're in third. We're 5 points behind Rangers because we dropped those 2 points in that last game against Hibs. But we are pretty comfortably clear of Aberdeen, who are sat in fourth. So we should, at worst, finish third again this season. Hopefully, we can find some way of picking up a result against Rangers in the next league game, and that will hopefully see us progress a bit closer to them in the table. We've just lost too many games this season, 7 games already. And that's the end of another episode. We're approaching the end of season 7 and things are going pretty well. Obviously, we're still in the Europa League, we're still in the Scottish Cup, we're still in with a chance of finishing second in the league. But unfortunately, that injury crisis that we've just seen could derail our progress this season. Join us next time to see if we can survive in those competitions with an ever shrinking squad size. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.